Welcome to the first section on getting started with Angular 2.0. In this section, we would be understanding the difference between Angular 2.0 and Angular 1.0. Then we would cover the installation and setup of Angular 2.0. And finally, we will run a basic Hello World application. In this video, we are going to cover how Angular 2.0 is different from Angular 1.x. Angular 2.0 is rewritten in TypeScript, so we have a lot of new things to learn. New concepts are introduced in Angular 2.0, also known as the language of the future, and we'll dive deep with some new terms: loaders, transpilers, TypeScript, and ES6 for modern browsers. Few changes are present, like no scope and controllers in Angular 2.0, and now everything would be based on the component. Let's get started with the introduction of Angular 2.0. Angular 2.0 is a framework for mobile apps. It is for desktop as well, but mobile is hard to understand, and hence we will get it sorted first. Angular 2.0 is written in TypeScript with ES6 standards, and here, ES6 is nothing but a new version of JavaScript. Currently, we are using ES5 in our browsers. AngularJS now supports object-oriented style while creating a component, which is the basic building block. So now, Angular will look more like any other language with class constructors and methods. Let's compare both, and first check how Angular 1.x works. Just about the overview. This is the architecture of Angular 1.x with different building blocks. Here we have filter, directive, controller, factory, services, and many other components playing their specific roles. The directive deals with DOM, and the controller injects data in the view using scope, and factory/services are getting data from network and injecting data in controllers. In Angular 2.0, this is totally different. Let's check this out now. In Angular 2.0, you will not see factory controllers anymore. Everything will be done by Angular components, written using an ES6 class. This type of mechanism inherits from other frameworks, such as React.js. Now Angular 2.0 will be the superset of all the frameworks, as it includes all of their good features. This is the high-level architecture of Angular 2.0, as it's written in TypeScript with ES6 standards, and currently browser supports ES5 version of JavaScript. So we need a transpiler to transform code from ES6 to ES5, so that apps can run on current browsers. Here, Tracer is the transpiler that converts ES6 TypeScript code to ES5 JavaScript code. Other transpilers that do the same thing are Tracer, TypeScript, Flow, Babel, and Dart. So these are the transpilers which are transpiling ES6 codes to ES5. Let's look at the core features present in Angular 2.0. As already discussed, we will be writing code in ES6 TypeScript, and we'll be using the Tracer transpiler to run it on browsers. The component is the building block for creating apps in Angular 2.0, and we will be using the annotation style of coding with TypeScript. Annotations are inherited from AtScript, which is a language from Google for ES6. We have heard a lot of new terms, so now let's check out their definitions. ES5 and ES6 are JavaScript versions. Currently, all browsers do not support ES6 standards and specifications. AtScript is a JavaScript-based scripting language that extends Microsoft's TypeScript and provided by Google developers. AtScript is the superset of all, and Angular 2.0 is also leveraged with AtScript to use annotations in TypeScript code. We can write Angular 2.0 code using ES5, ES6, Dart, and also TypeScript using ES6. So these are the options using which you can write Angular 2.0 applications. TypeScript being one of the best languages that are transpiled to JavaScript. It also allows optional type checking. TypeScript is the superset of ES6, which is the superset of ES5, so TypeScript is a superset. Angular 2.0 production build is being transpiled to ES5 in order to be executable by modern browsers. You can also choose whether you want to write your code in ES5 or ES6 using Dart or TypeScript. Angular 2.0 has improved in many areas, In Angular 2.0, we don't have any controllers and scope to deal with data. Instead of that, we will create a component with annotations having an object class style. We will be creating an ES6 class instead of creating an Angular module. In Angular 2.0, we will not have issues with scope, child scopes, and issues with dirty checking. Now we will see the fast change detection at the component level and no more scope in the application. Scope, root scope, services, controllers, modules, and JQLite have been removed from Angular 2.0. While going through the course, you will understand these differences properly. We can define some changes in Angular 2.0, such as its component-based approach to development and directives still playing their role of dealing with DOM. And we are still creating services to inject data back to components. Change detection has improved, and now we have the new router and different ways of dependency injection. In this video, we saw many aspects of Angular 1.x and Angular 2.0. In the next video, we will do installation and setup of Angular 2.0 using ES6 with TypeScript.